from PRX.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So, whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. All right, everybody, it's time to talk about the mattress I love sleeping in. We're talking about Helix Sleep, and that's my first question. Do you love the mattress you're sleeping in? Does it fit your needs, your feel preferences, what makes you comfortable? If it's not a solid yes, go to helixsleep.com/sleep and take the Helix quiz and find a mattress that you will love. Every time I'm away from my Helix this summer, I miss it. And then literally I start laughing when I get in bed now because I say, holy cow, I love this mattress. It's so comfortable. And one of the main reasons it's comfortable is I took the Helix quiz and I got matched with a mattress that fits my needs, my feel preferences, the fact that I get hot when I sleep, that I like to sleep on my side and my stomach, that I like something firmer. You deserve a mattress that you laugh when you get in because you love it. So you say, hey, I missed you a lot. Not only that, Helix comes with a 120-night sleep trial, a lifetime limited warranty. There's free shipping and seamless delivery. Helix delivers the mattress right to your door with free shipping in the U.S. They have the Happy with Helix guarantee, so you can rest easy with seamless returns and exchanges. The Happy with Helix guarantee offers a risk-free, customer-first experience designed to ensure you're completely satisfied with your new mattress. And Helix is the most awarded mattress brand, tested and reviewed by experts like Forbes and Wired. And of course, they've got a deal for our listeners. So go to helixsleep.com/sleep for 27% off site-wide, exclusive to our listeners. That's helixsleep.com/sleep for 27% off site-wide, exclusive to our listeners. Make sure to enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. That's helixsleep.com/sleep. Take that sleep quiz. Let me know what you got matched with. Thanks, everybody. Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the podcaster tonight that's going to take you on a walk off to Dreamland. It's time for Sleep With Me podcast. It's here to put you to sleep. If you're new, welcome. This is a friend that's just going to narrate a walk for you later on in the show. Sleep With Me is here to be your friend in the deep, dark night, keep you company and take your mind off stuff so you could fall asleep. If you're new, just see how it goes. It takes some people 2 or 3 tries to get used to the show. Doesn't fit everybody's need, but it's here to try to help. So I really hope it can. What we got coming up is support, so that paying for the show is optional. Then separate from support will be a long, meandering intro meant to ease you into bedtime. And then later on, I'll be walking around. I'll be walking on some back roads of a tourist area that's not super busy. So yeah, all told, I'll be here for about an hour to really keep you company, take your mind off stuff, so you can at least have a friend in the deep dark night, whether you fall asleep or not. I'm really glad you're here. We put out a ton of different styles of shows, so if this on-location walk-in show doesn't work for you, don't worry, we got 2 more shows coming out this week. And if this podcast changes your life on a nightly basis, has altered your relationship with sleep in a positive way, and you'd miss it if it was gone, you're the people we need to support the show. Not the new listeners, not the occasional listeners, not the people having a tough time, but the people whose lives are made better by the show that would miss it if it was gone. So if that's you, if you could either support one of these sponsors or think about supporting the podcast directly, it'd be great. Thanks. All right, everybody, it's time to talk about tonight's sponsor, Talkiatry. And, I've talked on the show about my own personal mental health journey. And whether it's me or someone I love, it is so difficult. There's so many obstacles, like trying to find a psychiatrist that takes your insurance, and then you got to wait for months, you got to wait for a call back, or then you try to set up an appointment, and they're, no, we're not taking new patients. What should I do? Where should I go? If you've been in that place, I've been there too. And you're not alone. And that's why I love working with partners that have a solution. Talkiatry makes it easy to see a licensed psychiatrist online who takes your insurance in just a few days. Talkiatry is a 100% online psychiatry practice that provides comprehensive evaluations, diagnoses, and ongoing medication management for conditions like ADHD, anxiety, depression, and more. Unlike therapy-only platforms, Talkiatry is psychiatry. You're seeing a medical provider who can diagnose mental health conditions and prescribe medication when it's appropriate. All 800-plus clinicians are in-network with major insurers, so you can use your existing insurance instead of paying monthly subscriptions or out-of-network costs. You can meet with a licensed psychiatrist who takes the time to understand what's going on, builds a personalized treatment plan, and supports you over time with consistent, evidence-based care. Getting started takes just a few minutes. Complete a short online assessment, get matched with clinicians who fit your needs, and schedule your first visit in days, not months. And because you continue with the same provider, you're not starting over each visit. Your treatment can evolve with you, so you're actually making progress over time. More than 300,000 patients have already found high-quality psychiatric care through Talkiatry. Head to talkiatry.com/sleep to complete the short assessment and get matched with an in-network psychiatrist in just a few minutes. That's talkiatry.com/sleep to get matched in minutes. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody, it's time to talk about tonight's sponsor, Quince. And not only is Quince a sponsor that solved the problems with my bedding, the shirts I wear when I travel or want to look good, but now Quince is providing me daily peace of mind and cutting through that nutrition noise. Everybody's got advice. Oh, take this, eat this. For me, it gets overwhelming, confusing. I just want something simple. And Quince has my back because now they have Quince Superfood Greens. Cuts right through that nutrition noise with one simple daily scoop that helps you fill your nutrient gaps and support your overall health. Quince Superfood Greens combines 78 high-quality ingredients into just one scoop. It has vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and whole food-sourced greens. It supports energy, gut health, and covers your nutrient gaps without a complicated routine. It's made in the USA and rigorously third-party tested. It's free from soy, stevia, major allergens, and has no artificial sweeteners. And this is my favorite part. Like everything Quince does, it's thoughtfully made and priced really well. At $40 for 30 servings, it's less than half of the leading greens brands. Quince works directly with trusted manufacturers, so you're getting premium wellness ingredients without the inflated markup. And especially with travel this summer, it makes a big difference for me putting a scoop of Quince Superfood Greens in a glass of cold water and knowing all of my nutrient bases are covered. So fill the gaps your diet leaves behind. Go to quince.com/sleep with me for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/sleep with me for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/sleep with me. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Thanks, everybody. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots. If you're hearing this message and you support the show on Sleep With Me Plus, you shouldn't be hearing this message. And I want you to, you must be a super listener if you're supporting the show on Sleep With Me Plus. Maybe you listen all night long. Maybe you fall asleep fast. Maybe you listen in the middle of the night. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you just have certain preferences. We built Sleep With Me Plus with you in mind. And I don't want you missing out on the ad-free episodes if you fall asleep fast. On the story-only episodes, if you listen all night long. Those don't have ads either. Or the all-night episodes, or if you love all intros, the all-intro episodes. If you just love the show, all the bonus content that's on there. So search your email for You Have Subscribed. That's the message we sent out when you sign up, the email. There's also a video from me that you should have got when you signed up that has the instructions. Or if you're really stuck, just send an email to our support team, support@supercast.com. Let them know. Even if you can't log in, say, hey, I can't even log into my account. I'm stuck. They're happy to help. because Sleep With Me Plus was built with those kind of listeners in mind. People that listen a lot, or that have listened for years and years and years. You say, you know what I love? I want to hear more from Stan. I want to hear more from Agatha. Cat and llama and dog roommates, whatever it is, it's all in there. So make sure to get it set up. Thanks. Oh, Mystery Bard, a lot of people help out on the show. Who are they?
Chris Posty Poster Song sounds like a near fall. Wrote the theme song. Edits episodes. Carl W. the Legend. Also edits episodes. Ashley, Kenny, Scotty, Jennifer. Runner. Eric and the team at Astound are on the website. I am the Mystery Bard. I do the lullabies, yeah. I do commissions at jonathanmann.net. I'll write a song for you. Any reason at all. You can tell me the story and I'll make it personal. You see the kindness shine straight on through when the listeners form their own Facebook group. Keith, Stacy, Sarah, Julie, and Jennifer. These are your moderators. Get support dear Scooter on Patreon. Buy the merch and support the sponsors. You can find anything you want at sleepwithmepodcast.com. And we're so proud that we could dance. Rusty Biscuit, Lois, Hannah like banana. Leah does the transcripts.
Thanks, Mystery Bard. And if you listen to Sleep With Me all night long, you fall asleep faster in the intro. You listen 5, 6, 7 episodes a week. You've been listening over 3 years. You know, we designed Sleep With Me Plus with listeners like that in mind. There's versions of the podcast built specifically for those styles of listening on Sleep With Me Plus. Ad-free full episodes, story-only episodes, audiobook-style compilations, all intro episodes. And you can get all that at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. Then you can fall asleep faster, listen all night long. And not only do you get the peace of mind from the show, you get the peace of mind. The podcast will be there for you and for everybody else that needs it. And you could just sign up and check it out with a 7-day free trial. You could get it free by being surprised by Scoots. And when I say this next part, you'll know because it's because of your support. So what do you say? Because of your support, we get on with the show. Hey, are you up all night, tossing, turning, mind racing, trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep? Well, welcome. This is Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We do it the bedtime story. All you need to do is get in bed, turn off the lights, and press play. I'm going to do the rest. What I'm going to attempt to do is create a safe place where you could set aside whatever is keeping you awake. There could be thoughts on your mind, thoughts about the past, the present, the future, feelings, anything coming up for you emotionally, related to those thoughts or feelings that are just there. It could be physical sensations, changes in time, temperature, routine, whatever it is that's keeping you up. I want to try to help with it if I can. One of the reasons I want to help is because I've been there. I have trouble sleeping, and I know what it's like for me. And if it's anything like that for you, I'd like to help out. Because it's probably not pleasant. And I don't know, I want you to be able to get the rest you need so your life is more manageable tomorrow. I know what it's like wanting to be able to sleep and not being able to sleep, or needing to sleep and not being able to sleep. And if it's anything like that for you, or even if it's different, but I can help you out, that's what I'm here to try to do if I can. And the other thing is that there's other people listening. The only reason I run through any of this stuff is so you get the sense you're not alone. And when I say you're not alone, I kind of mean that there's other people listening right now who've been through something similar to whatever it is that's keeping you awake, that really get where you're at. And they really are rooting for you. They're like, man, I hope this podcast can help you like it helped me. Because I know it was like for me when I couldn't sleep. And then I found this show, and at first I thought it was strange. And then I was like, what is this guy talking about? Is he really just narrating himself walking around? And then next thing I knew, I was sleeping on a regular basis. I had no idea something like that could be out there and that could help me. And so they're like, man, I really hope this can help you out too, like it helps me. Because they found the show, then it works for them, but they're rooting for you. That's the biggest difference is that there's people listening that not only understand and share the kind of stuff that's been keeping you awake, but they're rooting for you that this show can either help you get the rest you need, or that it introduces you to another show where you could get the rest you need on a regular basis. And they get that good feeling of sending you well wishes and positive energy. So they not only hope you get the rest you need, but that one day, if you become a regular listener, that you're here too rooting for new listeners, and you're like, man, I really hope this show can help you out. And you're thinking of them fondly, like getting in bed and thinking positively of somebody else that struggles like you struggle. Or maybe that you're thinking positively of somebody that struggles with something totally different. It's kind of like a rare win-win in an indirect way, right? You don't really have to do anything but think nice thoughts and smile in bed. And these are the kind of things that indirectly, I think, help us get some rest, or that work for me. So, that's kind of why I make the show. I've been there, and I want to help. So the way it works is I send my voice across the deep, dark night. I use lulling, soothing, creaky, dulcet tones, pointless meanders, and superfluous tangents. So I go off topic, I get mixed up, I forget what I was talking about. I'm getting distracted now because I'm walking through and there's some beautiful Spanish moss on the trees. And then there's a sign for the Olive Garden, but it's all in the shade. It kind of looks pretty cool. Those are pointless meanders and superfluous tangents. My voice is not traditionally soothing. That's creaky, dulcet tones. And it does take some getting used to for this show. Like when you first get here, you might be skeptical, you might be doubtful, you might wonder, how could this podcast possibly help me? You might have found it in a search, or you may have discovered it. I don't know, but how you found the show. But I do hope it can help you get some rest, and that most people's experience is that skepticism, doubt, confusion. You had some expectations, and this show doesn't quite make a whole lot of sense. That's normal when you first get here, right? So most people, it takes 2 or 3 tries to get to the show, is what I'm saying. When you first get here, you're like, what is this? Then the second time, you're like, what is this? Is this guy still going on and on and on? And then eventually, the third try or so, you fall asleep. It works for some people right away, but not everybody, and that's okay. But the main thing is, I'm glad you're here, right? So see how it goes. And the thing is, I have a website set up, so if it doesn't work out, like you try the show 2 or 3 tries, you don't like it, or you already know you don't like it now, we have a website set up, sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you, where you could find other sleepy stuff to help you out. So there's that. What else do you need to know if you're new? Oh, this is a podcast you don't really listen to. You kind of just barely listen. Kind of like a TV on in the other room, or those birds chirping in the background right now. Those are some sharp birds. But it's like something you kind of pay attention to. Almost like, like a audiobook that you're like, I'm kind of listening to it, but I'm not totally paying attention to it. Or a friend, and you say, hey, can you just tell me a little bit about your walk by the convention center and a little bit about it? And I'm not going to totally pay attention because I'm trying to fall asleep. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah. So it's a show you don't have to pay attention to, but you could. It's also a sleep podcast where there's no pressure to fall asleep. I'm going to be here for over an hour, so you don't have to worry about falling asleep. There's over 600 different style shows ready to go, so you don't have to think about what if I'm not asleep in 20 minutes? What if I need a little bit more time? Or what if I'm not sure about this style of show? We put out a ton of different selections so that you always have something to help you out. So that's one thing to know. Is that my job is to be here whether you're awake or asleep, because there's people listening who can't sleep at all or who need a break during the day, and I'm here for them and for you to the very end. And because my job's to keep you company and take your mind off stuff, to be your boyfriend, your borbay, your borsib, your neighbor, your borby, your borman, your Boris Borloff, your best boyfriend forever, to be here and hang out with you while you fall asleep, to distract you when you wake up or when you need a distraction at night, to tell you a story and just spend some time with you so that you don't have to worry about it. So kind of just see how it goes with that, because it does take a little bit of getting used to. Having a boyfriend is not a common thing. The other thing is, let's see. Oh, the structure of the show. I like to tell people about the structure of the show so I can kind of meet you where you are, right? So the show starts off with a greeting. Friends beyond binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That's so everyone feels seen and welcomed in. You say, oh, okay, I could check that show out. Then after that is support. So the paying for the show is optional, because if you're new, you don't have to worry about supporting the show, or it's like whatever. If you only listen once in a while, the only people who need to support the show are the people that listen night after night after night. Or if you want something ad-free, or you want to test out ad-free episodes, those are the people we're trying to get through to. But everybody ends up benefiting because because of the support, like paying for the show is optional for the occasional listeners, people that aren't in a position to support the show or whatever. So yeah, that's what the support's about. Then totally separate from the support is our introduction to the podcast, which is a show within a show that introduces the podcast, but it takes me 10 to 15 minutes. But it's always new. Every intro is always new. And it's 10 to 15 minutes long to ease you into bedtime, to help carry you off into dreamland versus just putting you to sleep instantly. If you prefer something without intros, you could get that on Sleep With Me Plus, or we have an ad-supported, listener-supported version, Bedtime Stories from Sleep With Me, if you just prefer the stories. But for most people, it's part of their wind-down routine. Getting ready for bed, getting in bed, getting comfortable, and getting eased off into dreamland. You wouldn't think somebody standing with traffic sounds would ease you off into dreamland, but there's a nice breeze and the leaves are moving nicely. So, yeah, I don't know. Having a wind-down routine works for me, and it's what I've seen work in a lot of articles I've read and stuff I've read. So just try it and see how it goes. Then we'll have support, and then I'll be walking from one hotel to another to another location, and actually most of the walk is a lot quieter than this intro part. So that's why I recorded the intro here. So anyway, I think that's it. I'm really glad you're here. Thanks again for coming by. And if this podcast has changed your life, please consider supporting it back so we can be here to keep helping you and everybody else. Thanks. All right, everybody, it's time to talk about tonight's sponsor, a new sponsor, Drip Drop. You know I love being outside, particularly in the summertime, whether it's running or biking or my favorite activity, taking a long walk. And that's why I love partnering with Drip Drop. Having Drip Drop on hand helps me avoid dehydration before it happens, so I don't hit that low energy or feeling tired due to not being hydrated. Now, Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Think support for busy days, long workouts, summer travel, and everything in between. Because hydration isn't something you just do when you're behind. It's how you stay ahead. Drip Drop uses science-based formulas for rapid hydration so you'll feel results fast while getting 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Drip Drop is trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. And like I said, it's perfect for staying active all summer long. It's fast hydration built with what matters most. Now, all of these products taste amazing. There's 16 original flavors and 8 zero sugar plus options. And oh boy, did I enjoy that fruit punch. I had it before the podcast. No mouth noises. That's the amazing thing. I'm hydrated and I sound good. So this summer, I'm going to make Drip Drop a part of my daily routine. And to make it easy, Drip Drop has flexible subscription options, so you're never stuck without proven fast hydration, whether you're hitting the gym, juggling work, or just trying to keep up with an always-on calendar. And of course, they got a deal for you, everybody. Right now, Drip Drop is offering Sleep With Me listeners 20% off your first order. Go to dripdrop.com and use the promo code SLEEP. That's dripdrop.com, promo code SLEEP for 20% off. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use that promo code SLEEP. That's Drip Drop. Thanks, everybody. All right, buddy, it's Scoots here, and I'm walking. I can smell freshly cut grass. It's a beautiful day, shirt sleeve weather, which is funny to say in Orlando because I've been here for a couple days and it hasn't been shirt sleeves weather. It is like a bit breezy, and so we'll see how this goes. And I got a couple berms around me because I'm here. I'm actually looking at the backside. I know these jokes come up, and you could hear people's joyous sounds because I'm behind Epic Universe. Well, yeah, I guess I'm seeing the backside of Epic Universe, or the backside of Donkey Kong Country, and the backside of the shops along the entrance plaza. And I'm walking. Our current plan is to walk from the Stella Nova Hotel to the Terra Luna Hotel and beyond. We're exploring unwalked sidewalks, or rarely walked sidewalks of Orlando, noting, kind of moving forward, that I'm recording this in early mid-November, and it's kind of the perfect time. It's very not busy here. The holiday season really hasn't started. Some of the parks, they've kind of started stuff, but and there's not a lot of people, and it's perfect weather. And I've kind of location scouted the big walk I would like to do across Orlando at some point, or between the Orlando parks. So yeah, I mean, maybe that'll be possible next year this time, because this would be a good time to walk. I don't know how many miles it would be, but probably more than 10. So all right, so let's set it up. We're walking. So let's see, who, what, where, when, how, why, how. Why are we doing this? Because I got this idea a long time ago about walking places that don't get walked to a lot, especially in Orlando when I come to visit my dad or whatever. And just seeing, I mean, really, like, I have no idea where, as soon as I hit this sidewalk, I have no idea what to expect. I think we can walk to International Drive or the Convention Center from here on sidewalks, but I'm not positive. So last night I did walk from the Stella Luna to the entrance of Epic Universe and have a ticket, just to see what that walk was like. But right now we're in undiscovered territory, brand new sidewalk, and last night I did stay at the Stella Luna Hotel. So Universal has 3 hotels at Epic Universe. This is non-sponsored, all out-of-pocket expenses. Not a hotel review podcast either, but we'll probably talk about it. But they have 3 hotels for Epic Universe. The Helios Grand, which we did do an episode from, and that is kind of built into Epic Universe, kind of. It has its own entrance, and it's a little bit spendy, less so now at the downtime of year, and I did it because it was celebrating my daughter's graduation from high school. But the Stella Luna and the Terra Nova resorts are value resorts, and I think the pre-parking, pre-tax price for my room was $99, and parking was the standard, whatever everybody charges in Orlando, $30 to $40. They don't have a resort fee, and the value you get for $99 is wild. They're really cool looking hotels. The Stella Luna is closer to Epic, easier to walk, though I'm walking now to the Terra Luna, so we'll see. Like the Stella Nova, you could walk it in the summer. It's not that far a walk at all. In the summer, it would feel like a far walk. And Terra Luna, it seems like probably a little bit more of a walk. Probably something like walking from, if you're in Disney Beach Club, or Yacht Club, or those area resorts to Disney Studios, but maybe not even that far. We'll see. And the 2 hotels, so they're value resorts. The rooms were very big for value resorts. They had, I happened to get a room in the corner of the hotel. I had a view of Epic. I don't know if I paid extra for that or not. They're really cool designed with these tiles, multicolored tiles. Kind of have a light space, outer space type feel. So very clean, kind of modern. This is like impressive to me. So they have a bar, and then a coffee shop, and then a quick service restaurant. The menu for the quick service restaurant changes from breakfast to dinner, which I just thought was cool. And the dinner I had there, I did want the sandwich they had for lunch, and that's when I found out. They said, "Oh no, we changed that's a sandwich for lunch." But I did have a sandwich, a salad instead of fries. Like they were like, "Yeah, do you want sweet potato fries, or a salad?" I was like, "A salad." The salad was huge it was bigger than a side salad, and it had, your standard vegetables, but it covered all the bases, and it wasn't just iceberg lettuce. And then the sandwich was really good, but they had this tres leches cake I had for dessert that was absolutely amazing. Like the cake itself, like sometimes you get tres leches cake, especially, and it's just the cake itself isn't good sometimes, especially in touristy places. But that was good, and then the flavors, it had all the flavors, and I don't know, I'm a big horchata fan, so like anything in that creamy cinnamon type category wins me over. So yeah, we're going down some main road. I think this is the main road with this big famous thing they built for buses and cars, this giant ring road into Epic Universe. It is kind of isolated out here, and maybe they'll be building more as they expand the park or build more hotels. I mean, I guess it's all on Universal property. And again, like these other walking episodes we've done, one of the things that makes it isolated is just that, well, one, it's in a little bit more developed area for Orlando, but also the trees and plants haven't grown. So in 30 years, this will be a lot different, or 20 years. When everything's grown up, it'll be kind of, it'll feel a little bit more, less, doesn't feel desolate, but it has a taste of desolation just because everything's new. So yeah, so our stay at Celanova was great, Ray and I, and it's a really nice hotel. I think it has around 800-900 rooms. I think it has 9 floors. We're on the 4th floor. It has a pool, which is very large, splash pad. It has a workout room, and then buses to all the parks. We did hit a snag with the bus, to be honest, and that was kind of a bummer coming back. That left, like, people had been waiting 15 minutes for the bus, and we waited a bit longer, and then the bus waited even after. And so that's something that you can get unlucky at any of these parks when you're taking the buses back to your hotels. But I feel like with this being newer, that it is on them to over plan, because that's not a narrative you want. Or, I mean, if it only happened once, that'd be fine, but it happened when we were at Epic Universe as well. It's not a thing you want people talking about, because it's just not. So that's one thing they could work on. Bathroom was great, beds were great, pillows are a little bit thicker, probably because that's what people like. Room got really dark. You can hear kind of the pool music, so I'll keep talking over it. And you have no idea. I looked on a map, and we're kind of like outside of the convention, the large Orange County Convention Center area. And yeah, I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is cross the street, go into the Terra Luna hotel. So I'll pause the recording while I do that. Just check out their lobby, and don't think I'll buy a soda quite yet. That's what Ray just asked. But Ray's producing, so he's not going to appear on the mic. He recorded an episode from a balcony. But yeah, so we'll go in there, we'll check it out, and then there's the interesting. Is that a walking path? Probably not. Oh, that's Trade Show Boulevard. Okay, so that's the way I drove in. So I'm at Kirkman, Universal, and Trade Show Boulevard. I guess the beginning of Kirkman Road. So I'm going to cross Kirkman Road. The crossing sign did not go on, which I don't like, because there's the green. Looks like there's bus lanes down the center of the road for Universal's buses. Why isn't this light changing? This is one of the least friendly things. But yeah, so we're walking an area I've never walked before. There's a couple other residential directions you could go. I think you could probably walk to no, the light did not change for me there. So if it turns green again, I'm just gonna have to go for it. Frustrating. Universal's got these new resort signs. There's one behind me. It's also pretty cool. It's got all the previews. It's a video sign, so it has like previews of all the parks and the hotels and stuff, I think. Alright, we're getting a green light here again. You can hear trucks, Trade Show Boulevard. I haven't seen any Universal buses. I don't know where they would be coming from. Okay, we should get a green light here. Let's hope. And not yet. Okay. There's the Lynx bus. And yeah, just waiting here, just being patient. Got cars coming from Trade Show Boulevard now. I can see the domes of the Helios Grand. Looks pretty cool at this distance. And people still pulling in to start their vacations or go to work. Be on their merry way. I can see the Orlando Eye. I could see the Hyatt Regency that's on International Drive, which is a very tall building, and then a hotel next to it. Which has that always been there? That's a pretty big hotel too. Oh yeah, I think that's like we've seen it before. Okay, still no crossing signal for us, but there is like a left-hand turn signal, so we should get it here. If we don't, I'm going either way. And we got it. We got a walk symbol. Florida likes, you know, they like to help pedestrians learn patience. That's like one of their commitments. They talk about it on the thing. They say, "Oh yeah, hey everybody." When you leave the airport on the thing, I'm your mayor, your best bud, and yeah, one of the things we like to pride ourselves on in the city and state is teaching people patience. So we'll be here working on your patience while you're on vacation. We'll be teaching to breathe. Okay, so I can see a side exit for the Terra Luna Hotel. So other than that light, which I think you have to cross, I didn't look to see if there was a sidewalk on the other side of the street. I don't believe there was, but other than that light, it's not too bad a walk. I don't know how long I've been talking for. I can look up. I'm not to the lobby yet, but I am to that gate, so let's take a look here. 17 minutes. So yeah, 15 to 20 minute. So probably 20 to 25 minute walk to Epic Universe. And I don't know how long it would take to walk from Polynesian or Grand Floridian to Magic Kingdom. But I don't think that path is incredibly shaded either. I wonder if we'll do that. Ray and I have one more day of recording, or 1.5 days of recording. I can't find the entrance to this hotel though. That's interesting. I guess in this part, I just got to the end of a thing here. So the sidewalk ended. I did not see an entrance to the hotel. Maybe I could get in here? I mean, it seems like the pool entrance is right there. Alright, well, we got a little complication here. I don't see how you get into Stella Nova. So, and there's no sidewalk. I could try to go in that back way by the pool. Well, let's take a look. All right, we're on an adventure here. I could see another theme park, which I think, oh yeah, that's definitely SeaWorld. So I think like you could walk from Epic Universe to SeaWorld, and then SeaWorld to Disney Springs, or I guess, and then you could get to. You couldn't go walk. You can't walk to any Disney theme parks like this, but technically we could. Like, this could be a challenge, right? I think Epic Universe is probably the better of the Universal parks, just because I can see, what do you call it, from here. But it's like, let's see if I can use my key from the other hotel to get into this exit. If I can't, I guess I'll try to find. I guess I wasn't just paying. I mean, I wasn't paying attention. I also still don't see that there's a sidewalk on this side of the street, and so I don't know how I could have missed. I definitely didn't miss the entrance. So, okay, the gate is opened. All right, so we're in. This is very much like the Surfside and Dockside. So, I guess I missed where you would come in or out as a. Oh, there's a nice bird saying, "Scoots, keep up the good work, buddy." All right, so we're gonna walk. Oh, here's a sign. All right. Oh, that's just the exit, and then parking. All right, boys, Scoots, I'm back. I couldn't find an official walking path exit, so maybe they discourage people from walking, which is fine. I can still use the way I used and continue our adventure. Though this is like a bit of a non-nature walk, though I'm getting some good nature in this retention pond. We got some purple flowers and some other stuff and birds. So naturally, I'm just here to keep talking and walking and put you to sleep. And I guess scout out, yeah, we could technically walk. There's a couple other directions we could go. I see another hardy walker here. So not the only one walking. So we just passed like another, I don't know, professional walker maybe. She got in through the same gate I left through. Maybe she records a sleep podcast too. Wouldn't be surprising. I'm gonna try to cross the street here, which is Universal Boulevard. What's interesting is if I was to go left, it's a pretty straight street with some apartments or maybe timeshares, and then a really large hotel at the end of the street, like huge. Then Trade Show Boulevard, there's a Hilton at the convention center that's also huge. Looks like they're also building some new apartments or hotels or both. But I'm going to cross the street and try to go right on Universal Boulevard. But trying to see, is there any sidewalk? Looks like it. There's like these giant warehouses. I wonder who owns that land. Because I guess they need them for the convention center, because Universal could keep expanding. But so yeah, we're just back at this light, waiting at lights with me instead of walking a scooter. But I could see one of the roller coasters for what do you call that park? SeaWorld. Don't know which one, though I did visit it once for a half a day quite some time ago. Alright, so we see we went from the backside Epic to the backside of the convention center, and I think there's two convention centers or two sections of it. They have these spectacular windows. I've never been into a convention that was large enough to be in that convention center, so it's like that's always interesting. You know, another thing I'm thinking about is I hadn't planned on this, but I don't know how far it is to walk to the Universal Parks or to Dockside and Surfside and then just take a bus from there. So, and maybe I'm not going in the right direction because there's, I think, another set of roads. So yeah, let's just see how it goes, right? Just because I'm thinking, like, how can I avoid walking back the same way when it's, you know, we are on an adventure. All right, so got some we're still looking at the backside of the thing. Terra Luna and the Selenova look great. Oh, so they were, when I went into the lobby, very similar to the other lobby, because they're kind of, you know, sister hotels. Laid out kind of same way. A little bit different decorations, a little bit different layout. I think a slightly larger or different layout food court. They were closed because it looks like they stop breakfast at 11 and then they start lunch at 11:30. I wasn't planning on eating there, but it was an option. Now what's interesting is there's this huge grassy areas between the warehouses and the convention center, which I guess is, I mean, there's power coming through here, so I don't know what you could build. Oh, and then I could see all the way down. Okay, so if what I'm seeing is right, then it's probably too far to walk to, because I think I can see the swing for fun spots from here. Oh, and I can see Surfside and Dockside. It does look like they're quite a bit away. But yeah, let's just see how this goes. We're not committed to anything, right? We're just walking. Got another nice retention basin. It's cool, there's a breeze. And you know, we'll just end up on International Drive, have some lunch there, and figure things out, right? We don't have a lot on our agenda other than this episode today anyway. It was like we were gonna walk, then maybe go see a show at Universal Studios. We like last night or last afternoon, we checked out of our own hotel, checked into this one, finished. Oh no, we did the intro at night, did some work, then we went and saw Blues Brothers, and then there's another couple walking, so all right, we're not the only walkers, I think, and we're all crossing together. Oh, they have scooters, but they probably, oh, this is like the end of the line for the scooters. So, so I could take a scooter most of the way back here if I wanted to. Or, I guess I could take a scooter, oh, I can take a scooter to Dockside and Surfside and catch a bus from there. So that'll be our plan. I don't know what the wind on the scooter's like recording, but maybe we'll do that as a bonus thing for Sleep With Me Plus, since it can be more noisy, or we could just release it by itself. We got just got a lot of open space here at the convention center, which is interesting, just because, is it for the expansion of the convention center? Retention basins. Can you build on top of retention basins? I mean, I think retention basins definitely make things look nice, right? And it is one of the things, you know, there's like but is there a way to like build your buildings over retention basins if you're working with limited space like Universal is? I don't know. I don't know at all. So instead of having utilidors as your first floor is water. Can hear a little bit of construction. Really big retention basin. I definitely feel like I'm in Florida now, and it's nice. It is nice. Oh yeah. And it's going to be funny starting to come to Florida, because it was the first snow the day I left to come here. Co woke up. She something innate in her said, I'm waking up for the first snow at 5 in the morning or 5:30. And so we got up and we went potty, and then she said, I think I'll stay up. So I said, oh, okay. She got her first snow. That was her first time in snow. Well, maybe there was a time we visited Bend, Oregon, that she touched some snow. But first time as a resident in the snow, didn't seem to faze her. And my dog sitter said that it continued to snow, so that it did start to, like, where she focuses on going potty, right? But like keeps her a little bit stiffer. So all right, so we're seeing more of this convention center. I don't know if it was done in phases, and how much light gets in there, but again, really cool architecture, for at least like the walking around areas that they probably get a lot of natural light. And yeah, I don't know if I'll ever be like going to a convention that big that would be in those. I mean, the biggest convention I ever went to was when I worked selling iron-on patches and fuzzy dice, and that was in Las Vegas. It was after CES, but it was a big closing convention, and that was huge. The hardest part was just getting to work in the morning, because we didn't stay nearby. But then even so, it was just like so far from the hotel, or from like wherever. I guess you'd walk, or even if you took a cab or a bus. I don't even remember how we would get there, but it would still be pretty far, or if they parked. So yeah, what else do we need to know? We're at the North Concourse, seeing birds at the retention basin. We got palm trees. Oh, so this area is a little bit more developed. Across the street is a Hyatt Grand Vacation building, and I'm sure that I don't know, it doesn't look like there's any activity there. I don't know if it's newer, or I guess it's just a slower time of year. There's a truck picking up scooters, or dropping off scooters right now, or charging scooters. They just let me cross. Yeah, so we got palm trees, and now this patch of sidewalk I'm on, the trees are not mature trees, but they're in late adolescence, I'd say. So I have shade right now, even though I'm not in the need of shade. I think I've heard of this convention. Is that I've heard people refer to it. There's a big sign. I don't know if it's a media convention or a thing. I don't know if it's about to start or it's ending. And that can greatly, I mean, I guess it's an expo. Maybe it's I don't know. Well, we're like getting closer to International Drive, because I can see the Hyatt Regency is so far away. But I'm assuming this Universal Boulevard at some point gets to iDrive, or we have a left here. So we'll have a choice here. We could, I think I'm going to keep going on this road, because I think if I go left, it goes to the end of International Drive, which isn't that exciting. And now that I've made a commitment to a one-way walk, I think we just keep going forward on this path. Okay, so we have the Hyatt Regency, then the hotel next to it. That also might be a Hyatt Regency, because I can remember maybe that, I don't know. Looks like we got some window cleaning. Oh no, they're putting up more banners for the next expo. And here's some bug sounds. There's like a golf place and I think a driving place back here. So I have been back here on a cab bringing me somewhere or about to drop me off somewhere. But wow, what a nice day. Like, if this is what the weather's like in December, January, and February, now I know why people move to Florida for the winter. This is why I did live in California. Days like this, it's 70 something and sunny. But I think it's better off being a visitor here. Oh, we have a plaque, so let's check this plaque. This is a plaque, and it's a tree dedicated to someone that worked on this convention center that began in 1999 and was completed in 2003. Wow. Okay, there's a lot of dirt on this side of the convention center, so I don't know if they're working on an expansion. Next up, it looks like a forest on my left side. I don't know if Universal could pick up this piece of property. It's a little bit far away. Alright, so I had a little area music there we had to avoid. Now it's like a rave at a distance. Maybe you can hear it under my voice. But yeah, so there's a lot of open land over here. Like, all these trees are marked blue though, so I don't know what that means. But you can even hear the forest friend sounds in there, and along with quite a bit of traffic. But traffic can be peaceful at this distance. So yeah, a lot more. Yeah, I don't know what this piece of land is. And then yeah, they got this driving and golf thing, but there's a lot of open land over here. This is all kind of tucked away behind the Convention Center International Drive, between Epic and then I think JPL is the company that is behind the Orlando Eye. That's between the Orlando Eye and Epic. Okay, this is like a reclaimed water. So maybe this is like a little wetlands for the water used in the convention center. Like it's irrigated with reclaimed water. That's cool. More signs for the convention center. See my first walker in some time walking my way. And yeah, I feel like now we're in an interesting spot where we could, oh, you know what this street is? Okay, so this road that we're on, Universal Boulevard, is going to run parallel with, it runs parallel with I-Drive. It's just a quieter road, because this is the road that the Hyatt Place is on. It starts to run parallel with a freeway, I think, at some point. And oh wow, listen to those bug sounds. I'll just give you a bit of this. Oh, they got quiet there for a second. So, but yeah, I gotta pause well, since we're gonna walk by somebody right about now. So yeah, now we're at Point Plaza. So I guess, what should we do now? I guess my Hyatt Place is not that far away. So yeah, let's take a left on Point Plaza, and then we'll go to International Drive and finish this episode up, I guess. Because yeah, we're supposed to stay on streets we haven't been on, and definitely have been. If I go straight, kind of have been on this street. If I go left, oh yeah, there's not. Is there even a sidewalk? Oh yeah, there is. Okay. So yeah, we'll take this. I think this backs up into like one of these plazas that last time I was there was not super active. This Point Plaza, it has restaurants, it has a huge parking garage. I think it had like a comedy club, a music club, but a lot of it was closed down, I think because competing with all the stuff they built up around the what is that thing called? the Orlando Icon 360, I think they call it now. They kind of serve the same purpose, because I know the guys from Podcast to Ride do a show at like the Tin Roof Inn or something. So yeah, but this is a pretty abandoned road too, so very quiet. Yeah, so now we have Point Plaza parking. There's another huge piece of land tucked back here. It's always interesting seeing that kind of stuff. And I might as well see where this goes, since I have said that we will take a scooter. That always impacts me of like, I mean, I gotta walk all the way back. No, Scoots, don't worry, I'll take care of you. It could be more fun, to take a scooter to the hotel, and then catch a bus. Definitely gonna need a drink here. Wait a second, I can check that as well. Oh, and here's, so the trolley also goes this way, so you could catch the G11 trolley here, and that's interesting. Got somebody stopping for absolutely no reason at all. Alright, well, I'm crossing now. They got a red light. Great. It's like nature knew. I didn't even know there was a stoplight there, but nature knew I was coming. Alright, so we're crossing. We're behind the Point Plaza. So what we'll do is we'll go behind the whole thing and then loop back around, since we're getting closer to the Hyatt Regency. And if you remember, if you're a Sleep With Me Plus member, former Patreon member, I walked from the Hyatt Regency near the convention center all the way to Universal twice. Did we go all the way there both times? Once like test recording, and then another time actually recording, and that may have been the first recording we did with this setup, so it's been quite a few years, and really interesting. But here's the other thing, is like I mean, when it's seasonable, the weather, really mostly quiet walk. Somewhat, if I wasn't like if we were both walking silently together, it would have been meditative, right? So yeah, do they have a movie theater here? That's interesting. This building is way bigger than I remember. I think I've eaten at a restaurant here for someone's birthday. Oh, there's stairs, a lot of stairs. Oh, it looks like there's an IMAX theater. I don't know if it's still, hopefully it's still open. Because like, that's another thing, reminder, man, go see movies, right? Holy moly. Just saw a movie that was really good. I've been trying to see more movies since I moved. And even a new thing, just because I have like a subscription, I still have like 11 movies left in a subscription to a movie thing that doesn't have any movies in New York State. So when I'm in Florida or California, I try to go see a movie until I use up all those things. And then I have a subscription that's an incredible value in Syracuse to a movie. You get one movie a month, but you also get all your other tickets are $10. Wow, this building, man, still walking behind it. It is huge, so quite the development. And I don't know, going with the theme. I'm on a back side of the building walking tour. Okay, so we're back at the other street for the convention center that I had said, let's not take that, let's take this street. So we're seeing things full circle, which is also a good thing. And just walking and enjoying each other's company. Plenty of scooters for the conventioneers, I think, because just interesting spots to have them. And yeah, it'll be interesting for me to figure out what am I going to do what am I gonna have for lunch? Good question. Sidewalk is now gone, but I guess there's it's a right-hand turning lane, so try to walk a little faster here, and then we'll turn onto iDrive. And yeah, we're pretty much, there's the parking garage for the Hyatt Regency. So this is like more or less where we started the walking tour for the walk from the Hyatt Regency all the way to Universal. I didn't even know that was a 2-part episode or 2-hour episode, or I just remember being thrilled that I could record myself going on random walks. So yeah, we're outside the Point. Across from us, I think it's a Rosen Hotel, Rosen Plaza. It's another chain with a lot of locations in Orlando that gets a lot of good reviews for value. And I don't know if they specialize in tourists or conventioneers. But yeah, now we're on iDrive, and quiet time on iDrive. This is like the main time of day to do it. Maybe I'll walk through this point as we finish up the episode and figure out what I'm gonna do for lunch. And should I get lunch? What time is it? It's only almost noon. Maybe I'll just get lunch at Universal. I think I can wait another hour, or maybe find a small snack to have somewhere along here. But yeah, if there's no area music, we'll check this place out. They've got the Pub Orlando, the Capitol Grill, Cuba Libre. So a little bit of area music, but it's not too bad. Cool. There's a lot of Palm Tree Club. They have a lot of some cool. Oh, this place is pretty nice. It looks a lot. I think this is a place that was not doing great, but maybe not. Eat, Bowl, and Play, Main Event Entertainment, Hampton Social Club. I've seen that very busy for brunch. So that's Cavas Tacos and Tequila. Really big. So a lot of these places maybe specialize in like convention lunch and stuff. I don't know. And then on the second floor, not exactly sure what it is. Oh, we got some Christmas decorations, something up here. So, is that the ice bar? We'll find out. But I'm going to put it on hold for a second. Okay, they have a Taverna Opa up here. Still Lounge by Dre and Snoop. Looks like the movie theater might be closed. I don't know. Coors Bar, Sal's Pizza. I don't know. I was just trying to figure out the movie theaters. Sports and Social. All the places are open. So, despite me kind of saying that, it seems like it's. It looks like the movie theater is open too. It's just hard to get through because everything's built in front of it. But the lights are on. Oh yeah, so this is cool. This is a good. Looks like they have 20 theaters. It's Regal. Which I don't have a Regal thing, but and just making this circle. So I wonder if this building was built in phases, like the movie theater was already here. That was taking up most of the space behind us. Then down here we have Dick's Last Resort, which is another popular kind of restaurant. I'm just trying to avoid all music, you know. Okay, on this side, oh, there's the Comedy Club. It might still be open too. Funny Bone. Oh yeah, they have. Okay, this is a good sign. They have a stage where they could have live music. Alright, so this place seems to be, if not thriving, at least doing okay, even though right now there's nobody here. So that's good. Museum of Ice Cream coming soon. Greens. So yeah, I think, let me check our time. I think this is a good time to say goodbye here. I got a nice view of the Point Orlando, and this is the point of the show where I say good night, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening, and I'll take another walk with you next month, I guess. Good night. Hey everybody, this is Scoots, just running through people who support the show, not just for themselves, but for you, anybody that chooses not to support the show or just isn't in a place where they can support the show. But if you're wondering when you support, if you've been putting it off, or you're on the fence, or you're meaning to do it, remember, like these listeners I'm reading through, when you support the show for yourself, you get a lot, something designed, particularly if you listen all night long, you fall asleep fast, you listen multiple nights a week, you have favorite episodes. You're going to get the best listening experience on Sleep With Me Plus, because all the podcasts on Sleep With Me Plus are designed with people like you in mind and how you like to listen to the show. And that's what we built Sleep With Me Plus for super listeners, for people that have an opinion about the show and have a certain listening style. But then you also get peace of mind. If you do count on the podcast, you don't think you could replace it with something else. You know it's going to be there. And on top of all that, you're a part of something way bigger than me, way bigger than you, that has a positive impact. The reality is thousands of people's lives for each supporter. And so I'm going to read through these ones. The first one is from Rosie, who was one of the rare listeners who loved the show from the first time they listened, became a supporter after that first listen. Why? It entertained me, distracted me, and helped me relax enough to fall asleep. Still supporting the show. I never felt any obstacle to supporting the show. I started supporting it. I support other sleep podcasts, and I always return to Sleep With Me. And it feels great. I want the show to never end, so I'm happy to support it. Good sleep is priceless. I love the humor and wisdom, compassion, normalizing of brain bots. And my favorite is all intros, that Boar Besties and Boar Friends get a feed full of all intros that come out twice a month in addition to the all intros we regularly put out. And I feel like you do a great job at communicating, connecting people with the support team for tech help. And I have a memory of an intro involving walking on peaches, but I never heard it again. Well, thanks, Rosie, for supporting the show. Next up is Sherry, who started listening to the show after reading an article in a magazine in 2015. And I started listening to the free show, but my use was sporadic, which is kind of a normal way to listen. And I had a big uneaten, not easy life event. And I knew I would need much more support in all caps and would listen all night long as I went through this. Scoots was the best boar friend I could ask for. I knew I needed to support something that was supporting me so much. And my biggest obstacle was cost when I didn't support the show. Even then, absolutely everything I wanted to support the show. But at the time, cost stopped me. But I feel great now being able to make a difference, not just in my own life, but in the lives of others, including everyone who works to bring the show to people listening, and that made me feel great. My favorite thing about this podcast is how easily it sends me off to sleep and helps me, keeps me asleep. Allows my brain a break from all this overwhelming stuff I'm dealing with, so I can go through that process and get a good night's sleep and resume processing things during the day. And I do have everything set up. My favorite is the regular ad-free episodes. I also enjoyed the readings of Frankie and Victor. Victoria, I was thinking of Victoria. She's on the ride in Universal. Sorry, tangent there. And I think you're doing a great job of communicating. The first time I listened to the podcast, I fell asleep. I adore Scoots and everything related to the show. Thanks. And last, we're going to run through Ruth. Hey, I'm Ruth. I'm an Italian woman, and having a kind and funny boyfriend in the deep dark nights when it happens I'm awake is invaluable. I'm over 50. I've always suffered from insomnia since I was a child. no one was ever there with me until Scoots arrived. He makes the night less deep and dark, less lonely. He makes me smile. He's adorably goofy, and that's what I like the most, and makes him different and standing out. The tone, continuous talking. This is great for falling asleep. Besides this, a humble and kind, nice, a real loving attitude towards human beings. I feel like he deserves my gratitude and my support. I understand Scoots involves a lot of time and energy into planning and effort to produce this wonderful podcast, and I want to give something in return for this. I will always be grateful to our common boar bestie for his support to us during our sleepless nights. Thank you, dear Scoots, and I want you to be able to be here for a long time, ready to come and rescue me on those hard but no more lonely nights. And I'm still currently supporting the show, even though I don't listen to it as much nowadays. I don't want it to stop. It reassures me to know that Scoots is there in case of need. And I feel like I'm recognizing the value Scoots provides by supporting the show. My favorite thing is that Scooter makes me smile, and his voice is smooth and grateful in a super calming tone. And it sounds like Ruth doesn't even listen to the Sleep With Me Plus content, but if you do, you could set it up. So thanks to everybody that supports the show, Sherry, Ruth, and Rosie in this case. If you relate to any of that, there are other ways to support the show. You could spread the word about the podcast and be surprised by Scoots. You could spread the word about something else that's important in your life other than Sleep With Me. You could support the show directly, because when you do, if you're a super listener, you get the best possible listening experience, but you also you're a part of something bigger. I think I already said it. But those are huge ways. Letting people know about the show is a huge way. And yeah, if you want to be surprised by Scoots, tag me or send me an email. Maybe you'll get a free, if you can't afford to support the show, reach out, spread the word. And if for some reason you just can't support the show, like financially, or you just can't do it, you can't spread the word about it. I know there are people out there, you just say, I can't do either one of those. Or I think there's more people that say, I'm not going to do either one of those. We do have a scholarship program, too. So you could email me through the contact form on our website, share with me, and I can and we have listeners willing to support the show. But the reality is, if you're listening to this and you support the show for yourself, you're already supporting it for other people. So, when you sign up, let me know, and I'll make sure that when I hear from the people that aren't in a place, whatever the place is, where they can support the show financially, or I'm not comfortable supporting this show by spreading the word either, I'll make sure your support goes to one of those people. So you're supporting it for you and a lot of other people too. Thanks, and good night. Oh, by the way, you could always, the best way to support the show's on Sleep With Me Plus. That's at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus. I can't believe I forgot that. Thanks.